Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video here. So here's my Halloween Ends trailer breakdown. There's a lot here to talk about. So obviously, if you do want more Halloween reviews and whatnot, then make sure to be a subscriber. I definitely will be reviewing this movie. Any new footage that we do get for it, I will be talking about. This is the last one. Well, the last one until they want to do more. And I mean, to be clear, I want them to do more. I want them to do more because I love Michael Myers as a character. I love the slashers. I love this franchise. I don't want it to end. This one here obviously is going to be the end with Jamie Lee Curtis, most likely. So going forward, they'll do other things, which is totally fine. Honestly, it's totally fine. Yeah, but anyways, let's break down this trailer here. So the first shot is obviously it's Halloween night. A lot of the overall tone of this trailer looks a lot like the previous two. I mean, they shot this one back to back with Halloween Kills, I believe. So yeah, it makes sense that obviously they're going to have the same tone. And that's what I kind of like about it, because like overall the story is going to be what the story is going to be, right? In the very beginning here, we sort of get this like going through the house thing. And I wonder if this is like the beginning. Actually, it probably won't be the beginning of the movie because of what the reveal is here. But this is a callback to Halloween 1978, where they're going up the house in the Myers house, right? And where the camera is sort of following, I guess this would technically be Michael Myers, and going throughout the house. And then you see him go up here, and then he runs into Laurie Strode, which obviously is a nice surprise. I mean, the cool thing about this, though, is she actually has the same outfit as she did in Halloween 1978. So they're calling back to that. And it's interesting because her hair is done the same. I mean, she's just aged, right? Like, that's all that's happened. And I don't know if there's going to be a real story reason for it. Like, why is she wearing the exact same outfit that she wore back then? Like, I do wonder if there is going to be sort of a story reason for it. Like, oh, I'm going to wear this outfit and maybe he'll remember or something like that. But I just, if anything, I think that's mostly for the fans, which, hey, I'm totally cool with. I think this is an awesome nod. I don't mind when they do stuff like this. Like, if overall the story's really good and it's fun, then I'm totally cool with it. But if all the movie is stuff like this, then I definitely have an issue. But obviously, like, they're doing something totally original here. The story is completely different. It's just a little costume nod, right? So I'm totally cool with this. But then you get Laurie and Michael fighting, and this is something that I guess is what they're really gonna focus on here. I mean, I guess it can work, and I think it would be fine, but it does take the horror out of it. Like, I hope they're not fighting a lot in the movie. Like, that's the whole thing about it. Like, I hope they're not just like, you know, fighting throughout the entire thing and it becomes more of an action thing and it takes a lot of the scares out. Story-wise, though, it does make a lot of sense for them to fight. Like, it does actually make so much sense because, I mean, even in the 2018 version, she was fighting back, right? And it makes sense for her to fight back now because she's sick and tired of being scared. She wants to fight back. And if she's in that moment there and Michael Myers is there, is she just going to be scared and crying? No, like, this has been stressing her out her entire life. He's going to fight back. It makes total sense. So that's why we're seeing that. I just hope that it's realistic and we don't see Michael Myers like struggling a lot because he's supposed to be super strong, right? So I want the choreography to represent that. But yeah, then we get Michael just sort of around, and I guess obviously a lot of these people are probably going to end up dead. And we get a lot of flashbacks to previous movies. We do actually see Allison here. And yeah, I wonder what her reaction is going to be to her mother dying. Actually, the one thing I will say is we probably will see some reaction to that, but there might not be a lot. Only because this movie is going to be taking place 4 years later, and we'll talk about that right away. I'll go through the synopsis in a second once the trailer's done. But yeah, I mean, the vibe here is basically, you know, Halloween ends. Like, Laurie Strode is going to be putting an end to this, like on this night. And again, very, very action focused. We do see Michael Myers at the end sort of get a knife through his hand, and then we get the confirmation that it's coming out October 14th, which I guess we already knew. But now let's actually get into the synopsis here. And I got this from Eric Davis here on Twitter. He says, here's the official synopsis for Halloween Ends, which will pick up 4 years after the events of Halloween Kills. And he says, 4 years after the events of last year's Halloween Kills, Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison and is finishing writing her memoir. Michael Myers hasn't been seen since. Laurie, after allowing the specter of Michael to determine and drive her reality for decades, has decided to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. But when a young man, Corey Cunningham, is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that will force Laurie to finally confront the evil she can't control once and for all. I really love this. Like, you know, the story overall for all three of them, like if you're going to do a trilogy based off of the 1978 movie, you're having Laurie come back. you got to work out a decent story, because obviously the foundation of these movies is Michael Myers killing, right? So you got to come up with a good story here. The first one, like 2018, I think is a masterpiece of a movie. I know there's some stuff there with the doctor and all that, but I absolutely love that movie. Honestly, in a way, I almost prefer it over the 1978 one. And I know that's kind of controversial to say, but it's more because of the freshness of it and the newness of it. So it's just sort of exciting to watch. And I just like it. Obviously, I love the version beforehand, and I probably would maybe put that one number one. It's just that, you know, when I want to watch like a Halloween movie, it's like I'll usually put on the newer ones, because I watched the other ones so much. Like I've watched the 1978 one, like what, 300, 400, 500 times. Like, I'm not even kidding. I used to watch it every single day before going to sleep. Like, it was a movie that I've always watched. I've watched this franchise to death, and so that's why I kind of like the newer ones, because it's fresh. And I think the story of the 2018 one, the first one of the trilogy, makes sense. That's why I think the Halloween Kills, I really like the movie, and I definitely disagree with a lot of the criticism of the movie, but I am starting to see it a little bit more now. Obviously, like, I'm kind of blind a little bit to the criticism, because I love the character so much. And mostly what it is that I think Halloween Kills got Michael Myers right. All of that was exciting because he was terrifying in that movie. It was called Halloween Kills, and it definitely delivered. It's just a lot of the other character storylines there definitely was issues with. And I think it's because it's the middle one of something that they usually don't do a trilogy over a Michael Myers thing, right? Like a Michael Myers storyline. So I like the ending here, the fact that after all of that, the fact that it's been 4 years later, the fact that we caught up with this character, we know the history, and now she's just decided, you know what, I lost my daughter, and I did all this stuff, I got her caught up and everything. I'm just gonna live life. I don't know how much longer I got left. I'm just gonna live life, and I'm gonna embrace life. And so that's what she's doing, and it makes so much sense, just, you know, on a human level. And so then, you know, this boy is accused of killing somebody that he was babysitting, which obviously was probably, I'm guessing the circumstances around it aren't going to make a lot of sense. And I think Laurie's going to be like, okay, this makes absolutely no sense. And then that's where she's like, I have to get back into this kind of thing. And that's where we're going there. And I think that's why she's fighting back. So she's not really scared anymore. She just kind of wants it. You know, she wants the evil, like it says in the synopsis. She wants to confront the evil she can't control once and for all. Yeah, I think that the movie looks so far really good. The trailer we got didn't give a lot away, but I think it's because it can't. Like, this is one of those things where if they reveal too much, then we know the ending of the movie. So yeah, obviously we can't get a lot, but I absolutely love on Twitter the fact that when you use hashtag Halloween Ends, you do have the Michael Myers emoticon, or I guess emoji they call it now. Really cool. Honestly, I love the fact that Twitter does that. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. Definitely post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.